we're a go for Spa. It's a good start for us now, as we managed to snatch pole during qualifying by about 5/10 I think it was, and so we've had a good start then through that first corner. We are racing with traction settings on 1, so we're going to have to try and be careful, especially through turn 1, since you get a lot of oversteer on exit and a lot of wheel spin. But yeah, headed up through a Rouge, got an amazing camera angle as we shoot it through a Rouge. We got a few people in this race we already know, like Mattia Zessu, who beat me at Road Atlanta, Apache, which I think I've raced in daily races, Ara Hanlon, which I think I raced at Nürburgring, as well as Mad Murdoch, which I've raced a couple of times before. And after turn 1 there was quite a big incident that I didn't see during the actual race. I saw this when I looked back at the replays, but a little bit of contact between those guys, and then Miller accidentally dips on the curb, and then there's a lot of contact and quite a big incident. Thankfully not a massive amount of damage to anyone, but yeah. Then on the final few parts of lap 1, just about to head to the really fast final sector, Down dips it slightly over the curb, and then there's a slight bit of contact between these two. I don't think anyone's really at fault here, because Down was just taking his line, and then O'Hanlon, didn't really have anywhere else to go. So wasn't really anyone's fault. No one's at fault for that. And on lap 4, then we see a big battle between Jack Burton and Mad Murdoch, as Mattia Zessu managed to claw his way down the inside going into the final corner. He managed to get through, and then there's just going to be a big battle between these guys. And you can see headed through a Rouge how much Jack Burton gains. Dipping it over the curb slightly, but managed to get side by side with Mattia Zessu. And headed down the straight, he managed to get in front and clear him. And you can see that he's not shifting, because he only shifts quite late after the revs, because shifting obviously slows your car down, and keeping it revving will just stay the same speed. And then headed through here, there's a little bit of a snap, but and then headed on to lap 3, we get fastest lap. And then also on lap 3 we have a big fight between Jack Burton and Mad Murdoch, as Jack accidentally cuts the bit of a Rouge, so he gets a penalty for that, but as you can see again, not shifting, so he doesn't get any slower when he shifts. And then headed through here, he gets purple sector 1, and then headed through on the curb slightly, and Mad Murdoch just gets side by side, but brilliantly held from Jack Burton to hold him on the outside. And this is the view from Mattia Zessu, as he had a little bit of contact with Mad Murdoch and went slightly off track. And then going into the hairpin, you can see that he actually has quite an amazing save. Big snap of oversteer there, but a brilliant save from him. Fair enough, we got a couple different views as well, the slow-mo. That is a brilliant save from Mattia Zessu. And so we just got to try focus up and try not to make any mistakes. And then on lap 4 there was contact between Jack Burton and Mattia Zessu. I'm not 100% who's at fault for that. I have a feeling it was more Jack Burton's fault, since he didn't really leave Mattia much room, but overall not completely clear whose fault it was. But they're both still going. And Diego had a little bit of contact there with Mattia, as they went through this corner. But he managed to clear him, and then headed up to the final corner on lap 4. Mattia has a little look here now, but Diego places his car to defend it. Mattia gets a little bit of a switch back on the line, and tries to gain on Diego as much as possible, and then headed up on the straight on lap 6. Brilliant battle between these two, and he just manages to clear him. Lap 8 then we come into the pits, since it's very wet out on track and we're starting to struggle, especially down in the little section before the fast sector 3. Coming out the pits now, we've come out in P2 behind Luke. This guy Luke was on mediums the entire race. He didn't switch to wets at any point, which did slow him down ultimately in the wet, but overall gave him much more of an advantage than anyone else, since he only had to do one pit stop. But going through that corner, he just got a little bit on the curb, and you basically cannot touch the curbs on slicks when it's wet. And as you can see, lap 9 coming around the last corner, still not pitting. Then on lap 10 there's another guy on mediums, and he's very unlucky. He goes into the gravel and then just tries to come back on the curb, but yeah, curb, as I said, very wet. So yeah, he tried his best to come back on track, but was just very unlucky with how wet the track was for his slick tyres. And then finally on lap 14, Luke comes into the pits for another set of mediums, as everyone else has pitted for mediums as well. So that's clawed him a massive amount of time. Then on lap 19, Mattia Zeta pushing unbelievably hard. He has had a brilliant race to try and gain on me through there. But yeah, a little bit wide because of the curb and had a small penalty. And then on the final lap through here, you can see how much more he's pushing. Now that it's come down to the last lap, he's really on the edge of his seat trying to gain on me, and he really did. He gained about 3 seconds in the last 2 laps. But yeah, ultimately we managed to come through to win Spa with pole. Mattia managed to get fastest lap and come second, and Mad Murdoch P3. Overall, really happy with this result. Overall, very happy with this result. That makes 3 wins at Spa and 3 wins at the Manufacturers' Cup qualifying. I have a feeling next race could be quite similar with the battles, especially the tyre strategy as well, apart from the rain. But yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'll see you all at Watkins Glen.